You are now listening to Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again podcast. And now for your host, Jamal Brown and Nicholas Garcia. Welcome everybody to another Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again podcast. I'm your host, Jamal Brown, along with Mr. Nicholas Garcia.
Hi, Team Bandwagon. Happy New Year.
And we have a special guest in studio, Mr. Gregory Scott.
What up?
Happy New Year's, everybody. This is 2018, and hope everybody had a good holiday break. But we are back to work along with the rest of America, giving the people what they want. And it's been a lot of good bowl games going on here, and college sportdom. And I was watching ESPN. It was like every day. It was like, this is all the bowl games. It's like 10 bowl games. I'm like, who's gonna sit here and watch 10 bowl games? And half of them are pretty garbage. No, I won't say half. I would say a good
80%.
What was garbage about them? What made them garbage?
I would say a good. Well, because it's like schools we never heard of, man. It's like who is these schools? Where are they from? You know, Northeastern Tech. You know, State. All these
Celebration Bowl.
All these schools we never heard of. All these bowls that really don't mean a thing. There's just a few bowls that really counted as far as like people who are watching and tuning in. But I think all the rest of it is just kind of background music for the most part.
Yeah, I hear you. It could be just like entertainment though. You could just be, you know what I mean, just getting your last dose of football. You know what I mean? The finale of football.
I got you. I don't know what's entertaining about, Akron, going against Florida Athletic, 50-3. I don't think that was pretty entertaining for Akron fans at the what is the Cherry Bundy Chart Terry I don't know, whatever this bowl is. There's like 15 names in this bowl. For the most part though, there was a couple good bowls. Today we're recording on Monday. What is this? January 1st, 2018.
Yeah, buddy.
And we're watching one of the last bowls, because what is it, the college championship? Is that a bowl, the championship game?
The championship game is not a bowl. It's
All
just
right.
a championship.
So we're watching the last
championship bowl.
The championship bowl, the NCAA title game.
We're in the middle watching this last bowl, but there was two good bowls that came on today. The first bowl was the Chick-fil-A the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, which was pretty dope. UCF versus Auburn, and that was a pretty exciting game.
That was cool.
Question.
Go ahead.
Are they serving Chick-fil-A like? Do you get Chick-fil-A food or is it just sponsored by them? Do you know?
I seen a lot of Chick-fil-A commercials. I didn't see a lot of Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Okay. Anybody dressed up like cows?
Nah,
chicken.
One of the mascots. It was the UCF mascot. It said, "Eat." You know how like the Chick-fil-A Chick-fil-A ads. It said, "Eat more tigers."
That's funny.
That was pretty funny. That was kind of cute with the whole cow riding and everything. But that game was pretty good. And then we had the Oklahoma Georgia game that just ended, and that was pretty phenomenal. It was double overtime, right?
Double overtime. I actually was out of town, and I got home in time enough to watch the end of the game.
That's what's up.
Just the last 10 minutes were totally worth watching if you missed the rest of the game. I hope you guys at least got to see that finish. That was wild.
That was one of the 3 bowls I watched out of the 50 bowl list.
Greg, you said you got to watch it, right?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I was in and out. We was playing Monopoly. But
did you win?
But no, actually, we stopped.
You stopped,
so I could come here, and then we're gonna finish after the.
Did you guys lock up the board so nobody's stealing money while you're away?
We put another board on top of everything,
and
just everybody watched everybody else.
The beginning of the game was pretty good. What was it? Oklahoma was dominating for the most part.
Yeah.
The first half, they were up by like
It
2
was,
touchdowns.
it was still exciting though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it was
everybody
boring.
Yeah, but when you said dominating, it just seemed like they had the upper hand. Not that they did. I think it was up by 1 or 2 touchdowns,
It was
but
up 2 touchdowns.
it was still exciting.
Yeah,
I
because
saw
they got the
something that
block.
Georgia scored like 24 straight points though to get back in.
Yeah,
Take the
yeah,
lead.
yeah.
But it was very back and forth.
It was. They got everybody's explosive. What's up with these defenses? The offense was. It was a lot of running, man. Look at these dudes.
Not in Alabama and Clemson.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, man, it was explosive. A lot of running, a lot of breaking tackles.
Yeah,
It was
George,
killing
Georgetown,
Georgia.
Georgia. I don't know why I want to say Georgetown. Is it Georgetown
It's
Bulldogs?
Georgia. Georgetown's in Washington D.C.
All right, well, Georgia Bulldogs. Those cats was running. I think the dude, his name. He had a couple like 50 or 60 yard touchdowns, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting. That was after the half. So they came back. So Oklahoma I would say Oklahoma was dominating the first half, and then Georgia came back and lit it up on the second half, up into the end, and then it was kind of like who's gonna take it after that for the most part.
Yeah.
But did anybody see any other bowls besides that one?
No.
No.
I've been out of town a lot, but yeah.
I watched a little bit of the USC bowl. That was
That
Who
was
was
worth
in?
watching.
Who played? Who played in that one?
it was
USC
USC, and it was
They sponsored their
Ohio
own
State.
bowl. USC sponsored
Ohio
their own
State.
bowl.
Ohio State. No, it wasn't.
State.
It wasn't the USC bowl.
24/7 in the Goodyear
That-
Oh
Cotton
yeah,
Bowl.
they got it.
That
was
wouldn't surprise me though.
It was
You
the
know, with
Cotton
all
Bowl.
these
Cotton Bowl.
It was the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
No. It was the Goodyear. Yeah, Goodyear
Cotton Bowl.
Goodyear.
They had
they split it.
They had the collab on that one. It was like, I'm not about to. I ain't put my name on this. It's by myself,
I ain't gonna be the only one losing money.
right? And yeah, that game was pretty bad. That game was pretty bad the whole way. It was pretty much done in the first half. USC scored a touchdown in the first half, and Ohio State scored 24. And then second half, nobody scored nothing. It was just a lot of turnovers and 3 and outs.
Yeah.
After that,
Ugly football.
it was pretty rough. So if anybody out there got to watch any exciting bowls, please let us know, because we did it. I don't know if I'm missing something with these bowls or not, man. But I don't know. Like I was talking to these guys earlier, and like we're trying to understand what's the purpose of these bowls. Like
Money.
There you go.
I mean, there's a lot of
Politics.
sponsors. There's money to be made. That's all there's.
it is, but these schools are eating a lot of the cost, though. You know,
Yeah, but
transporting all
like we were
these.
talking about earlier, it's all about recruiting. If you get to be on TV, even if you don't win, you're on TV, and then you can go to those guys and say, "Hey, remember we were in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, or we were in the Geico Bowl."
Or come to my school. We just had Cameron Davis run for 18,000 yards.
Against
At the-
some nobody though.
Chocolate chip bowl. Now he's drafted. He's on the Rams, and we don't know how he's gonna do yet. But he went here.
So is the purpose of between money, between sponsorships and recruiting, you guys think it's more
you got
so
bowl games under your belt. You guys went to a bowl game.
consolation prize though?
I mean, look how many schools it is. Look how many schools it is.
Yeah, it is like 1,500.
Somebody got it. Alabama and SC and Florida State, they can't just be the only ones traditionally winning everything. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
These other schools, everybody got to eat, man. We got to eat too, man.
You gotta throw them a bone.
Yeah, but not only that though, like it's politics, it's money. The Tostito chip, whoever, they get to put their name out there more. Outback Steakhouse Bowl, the Onion Dip Bowl, those people, they get to put their name out also. So they're willing to pay for it so they can, you know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I saw on the NFL was pretty dope. When they were talking, Uber got to sponsor the segment of like Thursday Night Football or something. So they had their name on everything as they were talking football. And it's just, you know what I mean, product placement or whatever, promotion. They pay to own that segment
So
that night or whatever. So you pay for a bowl.
So
really,
after watching that Thursday Night Football, did you go on like, man, I gotta get an Uber?
gotta get an Uber.
Did that?
I'll do Uber instead of Lyft. No, actually, it was Lyft. It was Lyft. My bad, because it was pink. I remember it was Lyft.
It was pink.
I'm gonna do Lyft instead of Uber.
I got
I
you.
remember that now. But you see it. I remember it was pink.
Yep.
You see it.
I got you.
Tostito
And now we're
chip,
here
That's
whatever.
why
talking
these
to,
companies have a jingle, or like he said, the pink makes Lyft kind of
Yeah,
stick out.
exactly. Hey, how many people say the Tostito chip bowl? We gotta have served Tostito chips if we're gonna be watching the Tostito chip bowl. You never know, man. People think sheeps.
I got you, man. That was my question. After watching that, did that help with going out buying that? But it did help because we're sitting here talking about Lyft.
Well,
and
I mean, these companies spend billions of dollars a year.
billions
in
and
advertising.
billions and billions.
Billions and
People that come,
billions.
people that come, they're giving out little Tostito bags of chips, maybe, or serving them with their nachos.
I mean, it's got to work. Otherwise, they wouldn't spend so much money.
It's
on it
gotta
every year.
work.
So the bowl is just to cover up for sponsorships for
Yep.
the most part and recruitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I
well,
think-
the schools benefit because they're recruiting, but the NCAA benefits off of sponsors.
So besides maybe 2 or 3 bowls where you're like, all right, I'm watching the competition, you know, like the competition sells it, is pretty much Tostitos selling it.
But well,
Because
kinda. It's like a little bit of both. You know what I mean?
I
It's
got
like
you.
a little bit of both
Otherwise, why would Allstate buy the sponsorship for the Sugar Bowl?
because people was watching it.
That's what I mean. You're not going to go out and buy a bowl of sugar for the Sugar Bowl.
And
Now you're going to see 50 Allstate commercials.
Your
while you're
commercial
watching the game.
slots might be cheaper, or you might not have to pay for commercial slots. 'cause
I got you.
This is your bowl.
Yeah.
So now, man, it's the trickle down effect.
Yep.
I got you. I guess if, you know, I'm a Allstate, you know, franchise owner or something,
There you
I'm
go.
definitely invested in
That's
the
Allstate,
college.
Stan.
There you go.
I'm definitely invested in college bowls, man. But as the average viewer, I say very average, like a couple college games a year I watch.
Now, how about this? The trickle down effect. You tell a joke to somebody about insurance. You'll use Allstate. Just saying.
Yeah.
You're kind of promoting it still a little bit, even if you're not buying it. You know what I mean? You're still shooting the name out there as a joke, spreading it.
Well, we're
You know
spreading
what
it
I'm
right
saying?
now.
Right
Allstate.
now. But not even Allstate.
Cut us a check, Allstate.
I know, cut that. Please cut that. But I'm just saying though, even if you in good hands, you'll shoot a joke or whatever, but they're keeping their product on your brain.
I got you.
Whether you're buying it or not. And that might turn into somebody else to good hands. Let me see what they talking about. Oh, it's 50% more. I'm still getting it.
Well, because the way I shop for insurance is I call like 12 companies and I'll sit there and write down what they all quoted me for.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you'll be like, is there anybody else I haven't called? Oh, I'm not in good hands. Hold on, let me call Allstate.
Yeah. Bam. There you go. And did it save you 15 minutes? Maybe not. I just had to throw that in there.
So what college football dominating our TV screens for the past week, we're talking about as far as like players going to the next level, and the question was brought up: Does staying in college increase the player's value? And you know, Greg, what do you think?
It's a lot of different variables.
Such as life.
Well, because you got to think in the NFL or let's just say college, you're the best, like of all the high school players. You know what I mean? Just say college has all the best of the high school players or whatever, and some guys more so. A lot of guys got there because they work hard, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're really good. You know what I'm saying? Or some guys get to some places because they got good work ethic, but they might be trash as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because politics come into play.
Yeah.
Now, when you have to up that level of, when you up your skill level, and the NFL or the NBA, whatever, now you're the best of the best. Now, everybody in the NFL, whatever, are some kind of bowl game champions or some kind of champions. All of us, you know what I mean? And it's kind of less politics, maybe. Now it's really your ability to up your ability. Some guys can't, because some of it was handed to them that was probably really good athletes.
And
but
a good system,
they're so used to
teammates,
but they can't up there. You know what I'm saying? But some people need that help. It's a lot of different variables.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it helps. I think it do, but and some guys are ready. Like for instance, NBA, you could go. Some of them can go right out of high school into the NBA and win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a LeBron or a Kobe. Kobe still had to sit, but still, he didn't necessarily need that college level. He was above that.
I got
Kevin Garnett, those guys. So the variables are different. These guys are like these college, say for instance, the little bowl games or the BS bowl games. You might get two guys that really turn into something in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you had what is it? It was the Armed Forces Bowl, and was it Army or was it Navy? One of those cats. They had this ridiculous freaking running back who was just killing it, man. And he whoever went to that school is a famous running back, a Hall of Fame running back, but he outran his yards for the school year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was Navy. Yeah, it was Navy, and then what was the guy? Aubrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach Aby. Zach Aby freaking scored 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Rushing 5
That's what's
touchdowns.
up.
So that was pretty dope. So I think my perspective is that it needs to be like the high pressure moments if they can rise to that moment.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Army, Navy, and Air Force, you don't get a choice.
Well,
You signed your contract.
yeah.
with the
Besides
military.
that, those schools.
You don't get to leave school early.
Hey, we want those guys to perform high in high pressure moments.
But see, it kind of swings into those little bowl games, the chicken little bowl game and stuff like that, that we think is not important, but those high pressure moments, now we get to finally be on TV. Now let's see how they perform.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In other words, the teams you probably never heard of, two teams or whatever, maybe for us, the average fan or whatever, but for recruits for the NFL or even kids watching it, you know what I'm saying? Or even for the players, they got to up their playing level. Regardless how little we think of the bowl or how we think it is or whatever, that's a high pressure moment that they have to perform. Coaches too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They lose the chicken little bowl game, you might be fired, boy. You know what I'm saying? On TV for the first time, recruiting future recruits, little kids seeing it on TV. It's all promotion also, you know what I mean?
I got you. But you did have to have a good season in order to make it to a bowl, right? Or they just
Yeah.
Or a really good team.
Or a
Like
really
if you're
good
Sam
team.
Darnold.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been up and down this year.
Yeah.
He had a great season last year, which is why everybody thought he's going to be the number 1 pick after this year. But after that, what was it? The Cotton Bowl?
Cotton Bowl.
Good year.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl?
Is it Goodyear Cotton Bowl?
I don't know what Goodyear and
He
Cotton
might
have to do
might
with
stay
Cotton
another
Bowl.
year now.
Yeah.
Now he might stay another year.
Well, and then you got what? Baker Mayfield. Yeah, he won the Heisman, but
But
you
they're
know,
saying like he's like a 5th round pick.
like today it was everything was on the line, and he was almost there.
Well, easy. They did put up 48
They
points.
did it. That's why I'm taking it easy on him. I'm taking it easy. But at the same time, like last year's Watkins, is Watson?
Watson.
I said Watkins.
Watkins.
Waka. Watson. That dude had ice water in his veins that last game. He went down the field with like seconds left and scored that last touchdown to put them over Alabama. So it's I think if they're ready, it will show. And if they're not, it will show. You know, and a lot of these guys, I think, ain't ready. A lot of them. I won't say about 80% that's going.
Well, I do think it's going to be slim pickings this upcoming draft as far as quarterbacks, especially if Darnold doesn't go. You've got Josh Rosen, Baker Mayfield. I'm trying to think of who else is going to the draft this year. But anyway, that's my point. Is I can only name 2 guys off the top of my head.
What do you think about?
But we're looking at the. I'm sorry, I'm interrupt.
No,
we're
you're
looking at these guys, and it's just automatic. We're looking at these guys, in our head to see if they can perform now. You know what I mean? We're not necessarily looking at them like, yeah, in about 3 more years he should be pretty good, and it's just be like, who can come out right now that can really make a difference? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's how we're looking at all of them. Unfortunately, because I think if they can develop it, because the game moves so fast, man. At least the next level, the
Yeah, it speeds
NFL,
up.
Yeah.
it moves so fast. And to be able to do it, from, say, they got the one big pressure game, now all your games is big pressure games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to speak. I don't know. We ask a lot of them, and I think maybe it could be about 4 or 5. If Barkley could have, even beyond Barkley, we was talking other quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
If they could have just sat back and really studied the play. Romo was another quarterback that sat back.
Mm-hmm.
I think he sat for maybe 5 or 6 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
He sat behind 2 really good quarterbacks before he had his time.
I think he could have sat back a little more though.
I mean,
That's just me. I'm a Romo hater,
At least
man.
learn- Hold the ball.
tell me who got Romo numbers.
Not very many people.
Who got Roman?
If you start throwing numbers like that, who really got, before we get in the playoffs?
I can tell
and
you
all that,
I can tell you a lot of people who got Romo championships. Tell you a lot of people who got those.
I mean, I hear you.
But taking this on another spin, when you consider guys like Darnold, Rosen, whoever may go in the first round, how many of these guys are going, Cleveland has the number 1 and number 4 pick now. I'm coming next year.
Who said that? Someone said
Did
that.
they?
Someone. I
No
can't
way.
think of somebody's. He said he doesn't want to be drafted by the Browns.
Oh,
They
'cause he
asked him
had the
about
number
being
1 and the number 4 pick.
and he said, I don't want to be drafted. I want to say it was that Jackson cat, but I'm not sure if that
Lamar
was him
Jackson.
or not.
Oh, he'd be horrible in Cleveland, man. He'd be running for his life.
Hey, he can run though. That's probably why they want him.
But so can Deshaun Kaiser. Look how that guy's season went.
Right?
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
But that's a lot. That has a lot to do with even Manning. Eli
yeah.
didn't want to
He
go
wanted
to
to
the
play for the
Chargers, you know. And then even what was the dude from Denver, from blanking, the Hall of Famer quarterback. He owns Denver now, or runs.
Oh, he's
Elway.
the GM,
Elway,
John
yeah,
Elway.
Elway. He didn't want to go to. Was it the Chargers too?
The Colts.
It was the Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, so you know,
Is it the Chargers too?
everybody's hating on the Chargers. But yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it too, as far as who they're going to get picked up by and how well they'll do. So I can see a lot of perspective as far as we're looking to see who's going to do damage the day one, as far as they can sit behind, a Brady and be really good in 4 or 5 years. But I think that's our culture. We just want it now,
We wanna win now.
We want to win now. We want to see results.
Well, San Francisco, everybody was saying they were going to get Cousins this year, or they were going to draft a quarterback, and they didn't want to wait. They went out and traded for Jimmy Garoppolo, and
Guap.
which is looking like it was a good decision.
It
so
was
far.
because
It was.
they really didn't give up much for it.
I don't know what they gave up.
It's like a second round
You
pick
know what I
or
mean?
something
They
like
got
that.
him.
But if you got a franchise quarterback, it's
You
hard
can
to put a
build
price
from
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I got you. So the college playoffs is pretty much halfway. Well, it's looking like it's over for the most part. Getting set up for the championship game. We have Georgia going in to play Alabama. That's what it's looking like.
That's
right
what it's looking like right now.
because
Alabama's putting a whooping on
Clemson can't score for nothing. They can't even get first down when I'm watching. No.
It's a lot of game left, though. It's a lot of game
There's a lot
left.
of
This is
games.
A lot
well
of
another
game
quarter. What are they down by? What is it? 3-20 right now?
It was 6 to 17.
Bama's been a
last time.
powerhouse for years, though, and that's like one of the schools that gets the recruits. You get guys that want to come there. Now, if we can catch them on some kind of scheme and take away the recruits, and then
Catch 'em on a scheme.
Yeah, that'll knock them down to size.
That's for a whole nother show. All the teams we're about 90% sure they're cheating.
Yeah.
You got
You
Louisville.
catch them on a scheme.
You're watching Alabama's running backs take off in a Rolls Royce and wonder where that came from.
Right. So
They won.
Alabama, Georgia. Who you guys got for the championship game?
Bama,
I'm gonna take
man.
Georgia just because I want them to win.
That's the underdog.
Yeah.
Bama. I think Bama. Hey, Nick Saban's a hell of a coach. Also,
I
Sure
agree.
is.
he's a hell of a
I
coach.
agree. And dang, he got hit after the fact. I definitely think. Well, the favorites is Alabama. Like last year, definitely they got beat instead of because there's a difference between getting beat and losing. As far as like you dropped that pass or something and you lost it, but they definitely got that chip taken away
Yeah,
from
no,
them.
Clemson played lights out.
But I don't see
Yeah.
another Deshaun Watson out there that's gonna threaten their ability. Maybe Baker Mayfield if he would have did something different today, but that's not the case.
Well,
obviously.
and I think Clemson, even in this game, it's late in the third, and now Alabama's offense is starting to pick up. Clemson last year also won on the back of their defense. They were the best defense in the country
Yeah.
last year, and they're still
Clemson
really
was
good
balling.
right now. They're tired. They're tired
are.
because their offense is not moving the football. Their defense is out there too much. You can
long.
see they're tired.
Yeah.
Alabama's doing whatever they want, especially with Jalen Hurts. He can take off like he just did. Yeah, Alabama's got this game in hand especially if they can keep running the football.
He could have left last year.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could have left last year.
You know why he didn't?
No, hopefully to develop his skill more.
Because the NFL hurts.
Stop it. Stop it.
With two in trouble, forced out and in. Unbelievable.
Want more from Never Lose Again podcast team? Then you need to jump on that Team Bandwagon website at www.teambandwagon.com. Find links to our social media sites and subscribe. Team Bandwagon, never lose again.
Welcome back, Bandwagon Nation. This is Nick Garcia with Jamal Brown. Today we've got Greg. Greg,
What up,
what's your
what
last
up?
name?
Scott,
Scott. Greg Scott.
yo, my social security card, do you?
No.
Just asking.
Jamal tried to give mine out on the show a few weeks ago.
Trying to get some listeners, man. Trying to get some listeners.
That's what's
It's all
up.
about promotion.
He's trying to help everybody with Christmas shopping.
Get that Team Bandwagon bowl game
Well,
going.
you know you gotta pay for more. I forgot what it is. How the internet they're making you pay for more.
Yeah, it's pay to play.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Get exposure out there.
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, net neutrality?
Yeah, net neutrality. you gotta pay to
right.
get more information or to get more access.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
gotta-
whole nother show, man. That's a whole nother show, man. We can talk about that for days.
Yeah, for real.
So we're going to talk about the NFL. The regular season's finally over. We're starting the playoffs. We know who's in, who's out. So I'm going to touch on
I
the
know
AFC.
who almost was in,
Well, we're not here to talk about who's almost in.
and it wasn't Dallas.
Yeah, and it
They
wasn't
was
the Chargers.
out.
either. Hey, one LA team made it though.
Hey,
We'll let Greg do that. I'm gonna do the AFC.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the NFC.
So AFC top two teams gonna get a bye week. The Patriots and Steelers. I think we all saw that coming.
yes.
James Harrison's a Patriot. As weird as that sounds.
That is weird.
Did you guys watch him yesterday?
Hey, he looks pretty dope in that uniform too. He looked pretty dope in his uniform. I can't even
I
lie.
almost texted my boss because he's a big Steeler fan. I was like, man, did you guys really have to cut him before the playoffs? And I was like, no, he's probably already mad. I'm not going to say nothing.
Hot topic, hot button
Yeah.
issue.
He could have
Steeler
gone
fans.
anywhere and he went to New England.
It is.
But I think the Steelers, we'll see. I think they're going to hang with New England if they play each other. And then you've got Jacksonville, Kansas City, and our two teams that made it in with the wild card are Buffalo and Tennessee. Tennessee, first time playoffs in 8 years. Buffalo's first time in the playoffs in 18 years.
18 years?
Longest NFL playoff drought ever. I'm happy for them. I know you're sad your Chargers missed, but I'm happy for them.
Somebody said the year O.J. Simpson gets out of jail, the Bills, the Bills
I
made
heard
it to
that.
the
I heard that
playoffs.
too. I heard that
That's
too.
actually really
I heard that.
Oh, that's
I heard that.
funny.
Oh my gosh!
Man, hey, they should have made it a lot simpler than this. It's their own fault. They put in Nate Peterman.
Oh my
Three
gosh.
extra
They
five
tried to tank
interceptions for the
their
year.
way out of here, and here they are in this.
I
That's
think
why I'm
you talking about the Bills.
Yeah.
I think they was trying to throw the season, and they just
think
wound
so?
up winning. It's like, well,
LaShawn McCoy, he had a pretty good year. He stayed
Did
healthy for the whole
stay.
season.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
surprise.
Tyrod
Shady.
Taylor played really well.
Yeah. Tyron Taylor, T-Mobile.
Yeah, and well, okay. So
That's what they call him?
Yeah.
I didn't know they call him
T-Mobile.
T-Moble.
I didn't know that either. That's
That's
actually
pretty dope.
cool. Now they're saying LaShawn McCoy might not play next week though.
Well, he I think he was hurt, or was that Murray? Somebody was hurt that they didn't play, but they're probably gonna put in Peterman too, just because it's out of spite, to double down.
I told y'all to miss the playoffs.
What team are we talking about?
The Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah.
Peterman.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That guy
That's
who
who
threw
they.
5 interceptions when they decided to bench
Yeah.
T-Mobile.
They was trying to throw the season, man. It was like, man, let's not do nothing.
So we'll get into how we think the divisional games are going to go, but Greg's going to give us a layout on who made it in the NFC.
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. I wasn't ready. Okay, we got Philly, we got Minnesota. That's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 is LA and New Orleans, right?
Nolans.
5 and 6, we got Carolina and Atlanta.
And Atlanta made it in by the skin of their teeth, man.
They did. I hate Atlanta. It's like Matty Ice. I don't trust Matty Ice.
I don't trust them either, man.
Yeah, I don't. But that defense, that run game, they're pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say LA, New Orleans. Those teams is gonna be scary.
Yeah.
Minnesota's gonna be scary. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here with Philly. I think they're one and done, man. Philly's dope, but without Wentz, man, it shows how it shows their cards. It shows, you know what I mean, how much he means to the team.
Did you mean to say you're gonna ruffle some feathers because they're the Eagles?
Doo-doo.
Well, at least they got 2 weeks off to kind of plan and get battle ready.
Well, and if Atlanta wins, the Eagles being the number 1 seed play the worst team. So
Correct.
they can beat Atlanta.
Yeah, I think they can beat Atlanta.
But I don't think Atlanta's gonna
Defense.
beat the Rams though.
No, I don't think they can either.
don't think so neither.
So I
totally
think
agree with you.
it's
So because Philly gets the worst team no matter what, they're looking at most
Oh,
likely
gotcha.
New Orleans or Carolina.
gotcha. My bad.
Do they have a chance against New Orleans or Carolina?
New Orleans. I think that defense can match that offense. Now, can Philly offense match New Orleans defense? With the fact of them not having a quarterback will kind of cover up all New Orleans. You know what I mean? Guys that's not really that good on defense. That's a good question.
Should be interesting.
It would be very interesting.
Is Philly, I know they were a few weeks ago, is Philly still the number 1 run defense in the league? If they are, that kind of makes it hard for Kamara and Ingram to get going,
It does. That's why I said
which has been 90% of their offense this year.
Philly's defense, I think, can match their offense. And
They're
with Wentz, they're winning. Without Wentz, I don't know.
number 1 rush defense.
Number 1 running defense. So
Yep.
that kind of takes a lot from New Orleans. New Orleans has been the best running team in the league right now.
Yeah.
But let's say, for argument's sake, they shut down, hypothetically, Kamara and Ingram. Do we get to see old Drew Brees now? Is Drew Brees going to go out and throw for 500
Chop them up.
yards? You
Go
know?
out and chop them up. That's a good question.
I mean, he's still Drew Brees.
That's a good question.
He's old as dirt.
We,
but he's still
but Philly's
Drew Brees.
not missing nobody on
He's
defense.
old as
I believe everybody on defense is healthy.
Yeah.
And they got some DBs over there that's pretty crucial.
It'll be a good game either.
It'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game. If they do pass, I don't think they get past the second round, Philly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they'll win 1 game at the most. And I think we talked about that when Wentz got hurt.
Achilles.
I think Philly has 1 game in them. I think they have 1.
Yeah.
Like 1 win.
1 win. I
One
think they have
win.
1 win in them. But I'm not saying they will get that win, because no matter what, I think they've got a tough matchup coming up.
They got to rely on that defense a lot, and then that run game. But they got 2 running backs, and Ajayi and Blunt. That's a 2-headed monster as well.
Yeah.
Saints have a crazy running game too, though.
Yeah. Wentz is a big factor. Wentz is a big factor. They're going to rely on that defense a lot.
I think the Eagles quarterback, if he plays his part, and doesn't try and like.
He's actually pretty good, but I think Oakland showed some stuff nobody's seen. When they played against Oakland, what did he throw? 2 picks? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's Oakland's defense has not played well all year long until that game.
Oakland showed us something ain't nobody seen, and that dude, I forgot his name, the secondary quarterback,
Foles. Nick Foles.
He's been playing good. Oh, my bad. Yeah. So they're gonna rely a lot on that defense. They got another DB that just came back. That just came from Achilles. That hasn't played since earlier this season, or I don't even think he played this season. He hadn't even played this season. I forgot his name. He had Achilles injury. Sidney Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, Sidney Jones. And that's a DB.
Philly's defense is legit. I don't think anybody's arguing with that. It's just it's very rare. It has happened. Everybody remember Trent Dilfer?
Yeah.
Who can win with a bad quarterback? And Nick Foles is not a bad quarterback.
Hey,
he's actually pretty good.
With that being said, we said Trent Dilfer, Max Grossman. Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman
Rex
almost
Grossman. You're
almost
right.
got
He had to face the Colts.
He had to face the Colts.
He made it though.
Yeah.
He made it.
I had money on that game and I lost a lot of money.
Lost his shirt.
Remember.
I lost
Almost.
I remember very clearly that Super Bowl because I lost a lot of money that day.
That was all defense too.
Yeah, they had a great defense.
Jake Delhomme.
Oh, Jake Delhomme. That's right. He played in the Super Bowl too.
There we go, baby.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a bad quarterback, you can make it.
It's
a matter of winning it. But it does happen.
Yeah.
But
you need a team around you.
Yeah.
Definitely need a team.
Absolutely. I mean, Joe Flacco's got a Super Bowl too.
That's very true. Hey, Matty Ice made it. Didn't win it.
He almost had it.
Would you say that's the biggest choke? I don't know if you guys ever talked about that.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
the biggest choke.
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
25 points, really?
But the question is, who's
Throwing
to
the
blame,
ball. They're throwing the ball.
Why would you
in third quarter?
When you have Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman.
And they're throwing the ball.
The question
third
is,
quarter.
who's to blame though? Is it the coach or is it the quarterback?
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't in that helmet though. I need to know. He could have audibled it though.
He did. He
The quarterback could have audibled. If that coach said throw it, he could have audibled. I blame Matty Ice all the way. All the way.
I'll take Matt Ryan over Joe Flacco any day though. Any day.
I hear you.
So-
I think Flacco got a stronger arm.
But he still sucks.
Yeah.
I remember when he got drafted and he won Rookie of the Year. I was like, this dude sucks. He's just on a really good team. And when he got that big contract with Baltimore, I hate that guy.
Who was their receivers when he had Rookie of the Year?
You're talking like 2010.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
What is that dude? Junior Stewart.
Stewart. Flacco. When Flacco won the Rookie of the Year, who was his
that
was like
receivers?
2010 or 2011.
I'm trying to see who helped him get.
No, it's not. It's senior, right?
No,
It's
you're thinking of Steve Smith. Steve Smith was still in Carolina back then.
Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith wasn't drafted yet.
Anquan Bolden.
Bolden might have been there. Bolden, I think.
Anquan Bolden.
I think Anquan Bolden.
what year was this?
Would have been like 2010 or 2011.
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm 90% sure it's 2010.
That was Joe
Jacoby
Flacco's
Jones.
rookie year.
Yeah.
He had some receivers. Jacoby
Seemed like
Jones.
Joe
also.
Flacco been in the league.
Yes, he
He
has
was
some
like the best
receivers
kick
over
returner
there.
in football.
Hey, yeah, he has some guys. He has some guys to throw it to.
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah.
That definitely helps. And they had a nice run game too.
Yeah.
they had.
What's his name before he got kicked out of the NFL for beating up his girlfriend?
Yes, I can't think of his name.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. That's it. Yeah. Ray Rice was there.
And a monster defense.
And they had a great. Baltimore's always been known for their defense. I mean,
A monster
Yeah.
It
defense.
seemed like Joe Flacco's been in the league for like ever though. I don't know. He's just one of those guys who
because
just
we're all
seems.
tired of him already. We're waiting for Baltimore to move on. Man.
Yeah,
Come on.
I don't really respect Flacco that much neither. Honestly.
You know what? He's
I
one of
don't.
those guys that, like, and I didn't have a problem with him. Like, there's a lot of NFL and the quarterbacks that could be replaced, but it's hard to find a replacement.
Yeah.
And then he got that big fat contract, and it made me mad. I was like, no.
He was the
No.
highest paid quarterback
Yeah,
at one point.
the time.
Yeah.
So that means he was making more than Brady. He was making more than Roethlisberger. He was making more than Rodgers. That bothers me. I'm sorry.
Well, all right. So who do you guys think is going to come out of the Panthers Saints matchup then?
I think the Saints got their number.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to take that game. I think it's
Wow,
still
that was
gonna be
easy.
close.
That's my opinion. If you watch them during the season, they at least, man, I want to say they sweep them every year, but they got their number, man.
You think it's going to be like a shootout? And like,
they don't have no
whoever-
run game. Carolina don't have no run game. Cam Newton's the running back. Real talk. Cam Newton's the running back.
Christian McCaffrey, even though he's
he's a receiver
he
more
was getting
so.
hot at the end of the year.
He was,
He's picking up a little
and they're digging for weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he is, and he just came out of nowhere. But they got their number, man. The Saints got their number. You got to watch it. I don't know if you guys watched them play in the season though. So I think they swept them. Man, let me check.
Yeah, check that out for us. But I do agree. I think New Orleans is going to win that game.
And then so we're overwhelming with the Rams and the Falcons, right?
Yeah,
Pretty
but
much.
who was your
Rams
pick
is-
for New Orleans, Carolina? You're not getting out of this, Jamal.
I like Cam, man. I like
Swept.
Cam to a fault. So
Yeah, it was sweet.
it was a sweep.
50, okay, my bad, wrong game. 34-13 first game.
What was that, like a Thursday night game?
No,
Thursday night game counts, man.
I don't know when that was.
Those Thursday night games count.
I'll get back to you on
man.
that. Let me get to the next game. I'll get back
Jamal's
to you on
taking
that.
Carolina.
And
Greg and I are taking
21-31 the second time.
So, yeah, I think they're going to take them.
You think so?
I think they're going to take them. I think it'll be a good game.
I think I just like Cam that much where, I want him to do good.
Well, I like Cam, too. We've talked about that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm kind of sick of seeing his wardrobe, too.
Yeah, his hat game is trash. His
Yeah,
hat game
I-
needs to.
That was the third week.
You got to remember, too, New Orleans plays in a dome, so it's going to be on their turf. It's going to be played in their way.
Well, the Panthers are playing for their owner though.
That's true.
They trying to
That's
get him a
hilarious.
W before
That's
he's out of
true.
there. So
That's true.
they got some extra motivation. I don't know how much that's gonna account for.
Hey, did anybody else notice, though, there's 3 NFC South teams in the playoffs? Does that bother anybody else?
I just think it's a lot of. It's a
I
lot of
hate
trash.
when-
It's a lot of the NFC is kind of like the NBA East. It's kind of like it's a lot of
Hold on, Jamal.
my bad.
Hold
I
If
forgot.
Wentz
Hold on,
wouldn't have
man.
gotten
Hold on,
hurt, the
man.
Eagles would be my favorite to win it all right now.
Bro.
I'm listening.
If Rodgers was in it, I honestly believe Packers would be in it.
I think no. Seriously, top 6 all NFC, and yes, that includes Atlanta, are better than like the bottom 4 teams of the AFC playoffs.
Maybe I
Let's
say
look
that
at
because
let's look at the top.
No, seriously,
Let's
you're
look at
looking
the top 4 of the AFC.
Let's look at seriously, look at the divisional round: the Rams, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, and look at the divisional round for the AFC. You're looking at Jacksonville, Kansas City, Buffalo, and Tennessee. I think those NFC teams would smack those AFC teams in the mouth.
I think so too. Maybe I just say that just because
So where you get
page,
how
because
you get this?
I'm trying to
Okay,
explain.
all
Let me
right.
explain my position.
I'm sorry, man. I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear
I
this.
say that just because compared to the NBA, out of the West, whoever's coming out of the West is pretty much taking it.
You just saying
Almost.
that 'cause you think New England's going to win it.
And that's what I'm saying. I think New England got their number pretty much. Anybody but it's a toss up.
No, I'm going to pick on you now because now that makes the AFC even more like the East because there's only like 1 or 2 teams every year. In the West, the whole thing is stacked.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I was about to say something very similar. I was about to say something
You
very
guys got me.
similar.
You guys got me.
I want to dig into you
After-
some more.
after-
I do
See,
want.
it's the Patriots every
I
year.
spoke-
And in the East, it's Cleveland
I
every year.
s-
It's either the AFC. It's either the Patriots or
the Steelers.
The Steelers.
Right, yeah.
Either or.
Yeah.
And it's like at least 5 NFC teams.
I spoke and then I looked at the AFC
Okay. Please.
games and the
Yeah.
teams in there. I was like, oh crap!
Hold on a
I'm
second,
about to eat
buddy.
these words.
Yes. We could go through about at least 5 NFC teams.
Yeah,
that
just the
went to
fact
Super
that the
Bowl.
Bills are in there after they tried
Yeah,
to tank.
Look
is,
how many teams
is
made the
evident
playoffs
enough.
in the AFC that we've picked on already. We
Yeah.
picked on Kansas City. We picked on Jacksonville. We picked
Yes.
on Tennessee, and we picked on Buffalo.
Yes, I agreed to all these. Yes.
Hey, Kansas City ain't done nothing in I don't know how long. Jacksonville,
Hey,
first
Jackson-
year. This is their
Yeah.
birth. This is their birth.
It's a lot of
Tennessee.
It's a lot of
Get
first
outta
time in a long time in for the playoffs for that.
Oh,
for
and
the AFC.
Baltimore is up in there, but yeah.
Baltimore
Baltimore's
didn't
not-
make the playoffs.
Oh, Baltimore. Yeah, you're okay. You're right.
They-
But I was
they
thinking about that
just missed
defense,
it.
the Bills.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the NFC is very, very deep in the pool of competition.
I would say now that the NFC is more like the West because it's kind of like there's a toss up. There's not really a dominant team that's coming out there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So-
I retract them words
Thank you, sir.
for all the
you,
NFC
sir.
fanboys out there.
Nah, it's no fanboys. It's facts. It's facts. What are you talking about? It's facts.
So we're unanimous, though. The Rams are going to beat the Falcons. Are we all unanimous
Yeah,
on that?
I think so.
I think so. The Rams and Vikings though. Who we got coming out of that? Or
That's a
Yeah,
good.
the
That's a
Rams-
good game.
The Rams play the Vikings, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the best game of the playoffs.
That's
I know
gonna
the
be a good
Vikings
game.
blew them out earlier this year, but the Rams look like they've just gotten better since then.
They're on fire right
Yeah.
now.
You think so? You don't think like Jags
Rams
versus
is
Steelers
hot.
is gonna be like the best game in the playoffs?
No. Because the Jags are all
Who'd you say?
defense, which will
Who'd you
make
say?
it like this Clemson-Alabama game. It'll be close till halftime, and then Ben's going to go out and with Le'Veon Bell and just light him up.
You don't think Chiefs and the Patriots?
Oh, shut up. I'm done talking to you and you and your AFC.
Chiefs and the Patriots.
We're gonna call
Hey, that is gonna be a good game. That is gonna be a really good game. The Vikings, whoever the Vikings play, the next 2 rounds, the Vikings and the Rams, and then whoever win that matchup, the
between
the
Eagles
NFC
and we're thinking maybe the
championship.
Saints.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good. I think that's gonna be more like the Super Bowl per se, as
Yeah.
far as the more exciting game.
Well,
We'll see. We'll see.
But we
'Cause
don't know
whoever
who's-
comes out of the NFC, especially if they play the Patriots or the Steelers, that's going to be a hell of a game too.
Gonna be a hell of a game. Last year, even though I guess it seemed like it was a blowout, it was pretty exciting.
It was.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And you wouldn't have thought, I guess, you was gonna get that much excitement out of the game like that.
Well, the whole time the Falcons were up, I didn't say like they had to win.
Yeah.
I wasn't counting Brady out.
Yeah, yeah.
The same way you don't count out LeBron. In
Don't
the
count
finals.
out Super Tom.
You know, you don't say it's a wash. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time I was watching it, I was like, yeah, don't give this dude, don't give him a crack because he gonna bust through that door. You know, and that's what happened. And all the way up into the end, I had to go to work at that time. But
right.
great thing about Super Bowl is you can play it on whatever TV or internet connection. You know, so I had it on. I was watching. You know, my boss is talking to me. I'm like, what?
What?
You're like really excited. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm really glad you're excited about the orientation next week.
Right.
Yeah, sure, boss. Yeah.
But so yeah, I think definitely NFC is going to be pretty exciting. The AFC, you know, I don't know, man. I'm not too excited to watch the Jags and the Bills go at it.
Who takes that game? It's gonna be a really defensive game, I think.
I say the Jags.
I'd say Jags.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jags. I think the Jags are gonna win that game. Buffalo is better than their record shows.
Well, if
But
Shady
I think-
Shady McCoy plays, and then
But they're saying no matter what, he's not gonna be 100%.
yeah, that's hard to swallow.
Even if he
He's
does,
half that offense.
even if he does, that defense is too much.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
That defense is way too much. And they're gonna be playing in Jacksonville, right?
Yep.
That defense is way too much.
Yep. I think Jacksonville wins that game. I think Leonard Fournette's going to have a good game. Obviously, we all pick on Blake Bortles all the time, but
He's decent.
he's decent. He really is. Yeah, Jacksonville wins that game. I don't think they blow him out by any stretch, but they win that game.
Bortles is like a lukewarm cup of coffee with like just enough sugar. You can use some more, but it's all right. You can deal with it. You'll deal with it.
As much as everybody was picking on him during the offseason, to go 10-6,
Yeah.
he's better than Joe Flacco.
He's better than Joe Flacco. Flacco got a ring. No, you got to put him up there. He got a ring, man. Flacco got a ring.
You put
More than-
Bortles on that Ravens team, I think he wins the Super Bowl.
Ooh, I hear you. I hear you. Hey, this is kind of changing the subject a little bit. Would you consider Eli a Hall of Famer?
No, not by any stretch.
By no stretch
By
at
no
all.
stretch.
No stretch whatsoever.
His numbers is garbage, but
Well,
just
His
he just-
numbers is garbage?
No. See, this is right.
Wait a minute.
his numbers is pretty bad.
I mean, touchdown interception ratio, but he got wins, man. And I'm gonna tell you
no,
this.
I'm-
I'm gonna tell you this. He beat the best team in our generation twice.
Yeah, and I would consider him yes in those
The
moments.
best quarterback in our generation.
In those moments, yes. For those moments, yes. But
That's
as far as
how you
his
make it to the Hall of Fame.
in those moments,
In-
or
in
your
moments.
numbers,
In moments.
in moments, or
Yeah, numbers too.
I think
but
they look
moments.
at I think they look at the numbers.
Moments too.
Or if
right?
in moments,
Mr. I hate Tony Romo. No. 'Cause we talked about this. No.
Moments too. That's true.
No,
That's
no,
true.
no, no, no.
all
T.O.
right, what you
we
got?
talked
What you
about
got?
this.
Do I need to
Okay,
play
T.O.
the
Because
defense music?
You
Perry Mason.
love picking on Tony Romo for not being there in the moments. That dude has numbers. That dude has numbers.
Ooh, hey,
now,
how does that
Eli,
help?
He
How
does,
does it
stats,
and he probably
How
is
does
gonna.
that pie taste?
He probably is gonna be a Hall of Famer though. A garbage Hall of
we
Famer.
talked
think
about
Romo's
this,
gonna
and
be
you were
Hall.
like, "Oh, he's
Romo's not gonna be Hall of Fame. I don't think Romo's gonna be Hall
I
of Fame.
think he's gonna get a pass.
Romo's not gonna be Hall of Fame.
You don't think
if,
so?
if he got Hall of Fame, he got some knee
All
pads
right.
on. If he get one of them jackets, sums up. Sums up.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now why Eli does get some Hall of Fame votes. Okay, his lowest throwing season since 2006 when he became 2005 when he became a starter. His lowest yards in a season was 3,200 yards.
32.
That's really good numbers. That's really good numbers. So I mean, and that's the lowest he's
Now
gotten.
I'm going off.
12 years.
I'm going off of his numbers off of hearsay.
What's come on now.
I haven't done my research.
What's touchdown
He
interception?
threw for 4,900 yards in 2011.
Damn.
That's almost 5,000 yards, dude. That's almost impossible to do. That's Drew Brees numbers.
Hey, what's his touchdown ratio? Touchdown interception.
I'm trying to look at. Do they have it?
They close. I know they close to even. They close. It's like
It is close to even when I'm looking at it. I can't tell you what the ratio is.
It's
But
like-
his best season, he threw 35 touchdowns, and that was only 2 years ago.
35.
He
What's his
threw-
most
He
interceptions?
threw 14 interceptions that year. His most interceptions was in 2010. He threw, I was just looking at it, 25 interceptions.
Oh my lord.
And that's why I don't think he makes the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's ever carried the
That's
Giants to a Super Bowl.
That's Hall of Fame numbers right there.
the yardage, yes. I'll
But
give you
who
that.
threw that many interceptions?
Oh. So he'll make the Hall of Fame for the wrong reasons. You know
Was
what,
it
though?
2007?
To your point, how many guys give him Hall of Fame votes because he won 2 Super Bowls?
That's why I think he gets a pass
I
for
think
that.
against who he wanted matters a whole lot.
Absolutely.
If it was against Jacksonville or even Pittsburgh, people like Romo, they'll be just like not Romo. Get Eli out of here. If it was against the Colts, get Eli out of here.
Yeah.
Tom Terrific, the best quarterback in our generation, in that span.
But in both of those games, I remember those games for obvious reasons. Brady couldn't breathe. That
Defense
defensive
wins
line,
games.
That
Defense wins games.
Yeah. And Brady's not a
Offense
runner.
sells tickets.
Brady's not a runner.
Yeah.
And Brady could not breathe in either one of those games.
I'm all for
That's Tom
Eli
Coughlin.
Manning.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm all for Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame, but the way he won at least one of those chips was a crazy catch.
Wait, how is that?
I'm just saying I'm just throwing it out there as a different perspective.
Okay,
As a
check it
different
out. Check it out.
perspective.
Brady being the greatest quarterback and winning all these Super Bowls, his last Super Bowl was a defensive win. Not his last, but against the Seahawks. It was an interception
Malcolm Butler.
Yeah.
it was an interception that. Not only that, it was another one. It was like a field goal. He had his back turned. Anyways,
But that's like one out of the how many he got though?
I mean, I'm just saying though. If you go, you gotta.
I got you. Yeah,
brush it with the same brush.
And like I said, I'm all for Eli getting in there.
Lucky catch.
I'm all for Eli. 2007.
That'll never be on the box.
2007, he threw 23 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. That was a three interception ratio.
Score. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this really quick. Let's go around the table. Hall of Fame vote, and you can only choose between the two: Eli Manning or Tony Romo.
Eli.
For me, it's Tony Romo.
Eli.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker.
All day.
It comes down to rings. It gotta come down to ring. It gotta come down to rings.
So I'm
It has to
minority in
come
this
down to
situation,
rings.
But hey, there's Deshaun Watson.
At least in those situations, and
Tebow.
Tebow.
Yeah, two guys we talked about earlier.
In those situations, like if you go like, and all the numbers is
Sorry,
great.
watching the Clemson.
Then it'd be like, okay, now what else do you have better? Or what did you do? What can you show that's better? That you kind of, you know what I mean? Proved yourself.
Honestly,
You
though,
got to go to, and then you,
with the numbers, I think Tony gets in. Just
Yeah, absolutely.
Of
because.
course.
Yeah.
at the same time though, you know what I'm saying? Those big pressure moments, those count. That's stuff in the box score
Yeah.
that'll never show in the box score.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
And people remember that stuff too.
Yeah. Well, here's another scenario for you. Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Ben Roethlisberger were all drafted in the same draft that year.
Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, Big
And
Ben. Okay,
Roethlisberger. Let's not even talk about Ben. If Rivers never gets traded for Eli, does Rivers win 2 Super Bowls?
No.
Really?
I don't
wait
think
a
so.
minute.
Really?
Say that again.
Rivers and Eli got traded for each other because Eli didn't want to play for the Chargers. If Rivers plays for the Giants and stays there, and Eli stays with the Chargers, does Rivers have 2 Super Bowls and Eli have 0?
Rivers is kind of dope, man. I think we don't give Rivers the credit
Oh,
he
absolutely.
deserves.
I totally agree with you. And this guy's a Charger fan.
Yeah, Rivers is kind of dope, man. And it really was just that defense.
Yeah.
That was a solid defense
Yeah.
on the Giants.
I think Rivers has 2 rings if he goes to the Giants.
That's a good question.
I don't know,
That's
man.
a
I don't
good
trust.
question.
I don't trust Rivers, man. We got a bad relationship, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
got a
I
bad
hear you.
relationship,
but that's
man.
a bias. That's coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Rivers is pretty dope.
Yeah,
man.
He is. He puts up numbers.
You're bitter.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't trust that dude.
got sour
for
grapes.
nothing. All right,
That's a
so
good question.
so back to the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Playoffs?
Talking playoffs.
Okay, so we all believe the Jags are going to win.
Yeah.
Chiefs and Titans in Kansas City. Who takes that?
It used to be scary playing in Arrowhead. I don't think it's as scary no more, man. But I do think the Chiefs is a better team.
I think so too. We got
I'm going to be biased.
we got a Titans fan.
I'm going to pick Tennessee.
Team Titans up in here.
I understand.
And the only reason, because just the last 2-3 weeks I've been like, oh, Tennessee loses. I hope
DeMarco
they-
Murray is hurt though.
But Derrick Henry is a better running back
He
than
is.
DeMarco Murray.
He is.
I'm going to tell you right now, I do not understand why Mike Mularkey continues to go to the ball to DeMarco.
Because his last name is
that-
Malarkey, bro.
Every
wants
time,
to malarkey.
every time Derrick Henry touches the ball,
Yeah.
that guy's, I get excited.
But he wants to see that Dallas Murray though, probably.
But he's not going to. The guy's turning
Yeah.
30 next year. I think, honestly, DeMarco's hurt. I do. I think he's hurt.
Oh, yeah? He's
been
And
hurt.
Well, yeah,
I think
he
he's
is.
hiding an injury because this is not DeMarco that we've seen.
Well, yeah. That they haven't reported that he's hurt.
Right, but my thing is, obviously you don't totally take him out of the picture. They have 2 really good running backs, but Derrick Henry needs to get the majority of carries.
Yeah.
He needs to be the number 1 back.
Yeah.
DeMarco needs to play behind him. I don't know, maybe they're just choosing not to because next year is the last year of DeMarco's contract. They want him
Get
to continue
everything
to
they
wanna
can
play
get out of him.
Right, you know what I mean? But with Mariota, they played a heck of a game yesterday against Jacksonville. They won. I gotta think the momentum is on their side, and Kansas City is like 2-6 in their last 8 games. So I think Tennessee takes the win.
All right.
I hear
They're
you.
not getting anywhere past that.
After that, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So the long way around to the question, who comes out of the AFC?
You already know. I ain't gonna say you already know. Wait, real quick, back to the Tennessee KC though. Hey, you gotta factor in the coach as well.
Andy Reid
Andy
is a better
Reid-
coach than Malarkey. I won't
Man,
argue with you.
he's a game planner, man.
Doing a
So
lot of that college stuff, though, man.
and hold on. Not to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm listening.
They got a running back too over there with Hill
Hunt.
or Hunt. Yeah. Tyreek Hill as well.
Hill's a beast.
I guess you could call him a slot or I don't know.
He's a slot,
option.
yeah.
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 But that's
I won't argue with you. Trust me. My boys have disappointed me all year long, but I'm gonna believe that our offense is gonna carry us to a win.
Oh, you're a Tennessee fan?
I'm a Tennessee
Oh,
fan.
okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I'm biased.
Okay.
I'm
I got
biased.
you.
But,
I got you.
But go back and listen to our last few episodes. Trust me, I am picking on Tennessee plenty these last few weeks. Okay, but the
I
way
got
they
you.
played against Jacksonville gives me a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
I think they can win this game. But whether we play Pittsburgh or New England, I'll tell you right now, that game's gonna be a blowout.
Did you see his face?
Hey, he was pissed. Oh, man.
Sorry, we just saw Nick
Nick Saban get
Saban
tackled.
get ran over.
It's like he spilled his coffee. That's how he had that like, and it waste over his morning paper.
He didn't even have his headset on no more. That dude is pissed.
He's like, you guys know I'm in my 60s, right?
He can't get his. He can't get his
Can't
paper.
tell me they're coming.
Yeah,
This team's up 24-6, and he's still pissed off.
he can't. Oh, he's never happy. He's never happy. He's like Belichick.
That's how you win, though.
rat
That's how
poison.
you win.
After he won, I forgot which one, but after he won one of the bowl games, they were like asking him like, "What's your?" He was talking about recruiting. Like, I gotta go recruit. Like,
That's Saban.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
Saban. I love that guy, though.
Yeah, but okay, my bad. You were saying something now. You were gonna say something about the coach?
Andy
No, not the
Reid does
coach.
College stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Offense.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say nothing's wrong with it.
Hey.
I'm just saying he
Listen.
be running that stuff
Listen.
that don't work at
Listen.
this level.
They was up there talking to Chip Kelly. A lot of NFL coaches was talking when he was coaching at Oregon. They were talking to Chip Kelly, asking him about like inside of running that hurry up offense and this, that, and the third. And people were like implementing some of that in their style. Chip Kelly get here, man, he a piece of something else. And so, you know what I mean? But some people can run some. I guess it's your players as well. You gotta. I think that's why Chip. I am about to try to turn the conversation. That's why Chip got rid of a lot of guys. But it seemed like some of those guys that he got rid of can fit the style of playing that he wanted to do, like them high, fast speed guys.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
whole
Not to
nother.
mention,
McCoy.
I think Andy Reid balances it out.
Yeah.
Alex Smith does throw a lot when college you're looking at more read option and things like that.
Yeah.
I think Andy Reid implements it, but I don't think he makes it his entire offense like Chip Kelly does.
Yeah.
got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He
And-
just took the whole book.
Right.
He just brought the whole book
reason
over.
Andy Reid's always been successful, though, is he has a quarterback who fits his offense. You're right. Alex Smith is mobile. Donovan McNabb is very mobile. So if he doesn't have that quarterback, he doesn't succeed. Which is why I'm curious.
Even
They're
big.
saying next year Patrick Mahomes is the man. I've never seen the guy run. The guy is a heck of a good pocket quarterback, but I've never seen him run.
They might be thinking to get rid of Andy Reid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They could be moving on.
Never know. Depending on how you do this year, buddy.
Yeah.
How far are we gonna go?
I
in
think
the
if
playoffs?
Kansas City didn't really fall from grace the way they have
They
in the second
did.
half of the season,
Yeah.
I would totally be on Kansas City right now. I think they would whoop on Tennessee. But the way they've played in the last 10 games, they're
Scary.
bad. Yeah.
Scary.
And then we're talking about this earlier as far as like teams having hot starts and teams having cold starts. I would rather have a cold start and then come back late in the year like the Chargers did. Too bad we didn't make it into the
Watch out,
playoffs. Rather than having a hot start and just falling off at the end.
I mean, who can call it? But at the same time, when you try to get hot at the end, other teams has the fate in their hands. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
The Chargers somebody had to lose and some other BS
Yeah,
for
it
the
was
Chargers to get in.
It was a Pythagorean
It was
equation
weird.
for them to get into the playoffs.
It was weird.
Which is why you want that 10-6, 11-5.
A squared plus
Exactly.
B
You start
squared
off slow.
equals C
You want to
squared.
win some lucky games, maybe if you're playing bad.
more than 8.
Right,
You want to
exactly.
win more than 8.
Yeah.
And it's like, in the NFC, it's like a lot of the guys that got like 8, 9 wins still can't make it. Going
Yeah.
on to your theory of the NFC being the West of basketball, the East of basketball. But anyways, I forgot what I was about to say. Man, my bad.
Sorry, we were on Kansas City, Tennessee
Yeah,
still.
Kansas City. Oh yeah, I think Kansas City to take that. That's my opinion, but I don't think they're gonna go nowhere after that.
Yeah. So
it's-
are we all agreeing? Because I'm hearing that from everybody. No matter what, who comes out of the AFC, they're getting smashed by New England and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's going to
I
be
don't
pretty
think any
much
of these teams
the
have a
clash
chance
of
to
the
beat New
Titans.
England or Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville has a chance.
So if Jacksonville wins, they play Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they have a chance. I think Jacksonville has a chance with Pittsburgh or New England.
Really?
That's my opinion.
Really? That
Yeah.
should be interesting. I think if anybody's going to surprise us, I agree with him, it's Jacksonville. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah,
don't see it neither.
I think they have a chance. I see more of a chance in Jacksonville than more than Titans, more than KC, more than
Yeah.
Buffalo.
That's where you and I agree.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. If it's going to be anybody, it'll be Jacksonville. But I think kind of like the analogy that the AFC is the East of the NBA, that it's going to be Cleveland or Boston this year, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's going to be Pittsburgh or New England.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh kind of limping in though.
they are. And
They're
then
kind of limping in.
I would say that they
Shazier.
But they're saying Brown's going to be back probably within 2 weeks. They say they're hoping they'll get him back for the playoffs.
How
Man.
good will
Right.
he be though?
gonna be-
He has
I
a
don't know.
torn calf.
But did you see the dude working out at his house?
Yeah.
That was
That was
sick,
determination.
dude.
That was
That was-
determination.
That makes
He was
me
like-
go, hey, pay this man whatever he wants. Like, that was cool,
Hey,
dude.
barefooted in the snow.
You could see he was in pain. And
He
was out there
was.
doing it anyway. Catch it. Sorry, we're still watching that game.
Blowout.
I actually think Pittsburgh has a chance against New England. I actually do. I think if Brown is
Oh
healthy,
yeah.
I think if Brown is healthy and Le'Veon Bell is the best running back in football,
Well, coming off their last game, you know how crazy that ended because it was just it was
they're
a
going to
bad
want
call.
a revenge game.
Yeah, it was pretty much a bad call that cost them that
Bad
game.
rules. Because according to the rules, the refs got it right.
Which game is this again?
When Pittsburgh played New England,
Threw the
and
Jesse
they took
James.
Jesse James touchdown away.
Yeah,
that catch.
okay.
It's
That's
bad rules because they said according to the rules, the refs got it right, but it's a
the
stupid rule.
ball not supposed to move, right?
Right.
Yeah. See, that's the Dez Bryant in Green Bay.
Exactly. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
The NFL still hasn't figured out what a catch is yet. So
I mean, I think if it passed the plank, but if it hit the ground, but the ground can't cause a fumble.
But then I saw something. Of course, I didn't have time to read it. I saw something that now they've determined. They went back and reviewed it, and they said the ball never touched the ground. So they think it still should have been called a touchdown.
When did it never touch the ground?
It
They
touched
said
the
that
ground.
the way he tucked it into his arms, like. you
But
know,
did it,
No, because he
didn't it
stretched it
move?
out,
Yeah,
though.
he
stretched it out and
moved
it
a
touched
little
the
bit.
ground, but the way he hauled it in, I guess it's allowed to touch the ground as long as the ground doesn't force it to move.
My
They
thing
think
is
it moved because he was already moving in his hands.
my thing is his knees were down. He stretched out and to get that extra or to extend to get the touchdown. But he was already down. You know, he was down already when he was extending. So. If anything, just mark it at the 1. You know, why is it just not why is it
No,
an incomplete pass?
I think he reached over before his knee hit the ground. So the question was whether by him stretching out, did he get the incompletion?
Gotcha.
But what sucks about that is, and we can get into that all day of still picking on the NFL what should have been a catch.
Yeah.
But they've taught these kids since Pop Warner, if you can just reach out and get that first down, or you reach out and get that touchdown, do it. And now they're being taught at the NFL level, no, don't do it because now you're going to get an incomplete
Yeah,
pass.
because you see that all the time. So it's like it wasn't anything we never seen before. So it's
Yeah.
like
Well,
what the heck? How
the
is
problem was when he wasn't down. You're not down unless someone touched you.
Yeah.
So you trying to make a move, you know what I mean, and you hit the ground. They shouldn't have came back and said like, "Oh, it wouldn't have never." That
Yeah.
causes more confusion.
Yeah, exactly.
That causes way more confusion because now people are questioning the refs. You need more refs. You need better refs. You need.
Well, these guys come out with
that's why,
card
like I
tricks,
said,
you know.
We as fans pick on the refs, and I think that's fair. But we really need to pick on the NFL. They need to figure out what a catch is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
This
the
It's
rules
getting
are.
ridiculous.
They're using the
Cut
refs as
and-
the
cut and
scapegoat.
dry what it's gonna be. But they got too much control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got too much control.
So, favorites. Who's winning it all?
Who's winning it all?
Well,
The
let's
Rapid-
do conference first. What do you think? You know, who's going to win the AFC? For
AFC
sure. Who's your
Everybody knows. Everybody knows who bandwagon I'm on out the AFC. It's the Patriots. Patriots coming out the AFC.
I
Super
think
Tom.
the Patriots is coming out the AFC also. I think
really
so.
want to take the Steelers, and I think there's a lot of it because I think the Steelers are going to play mad the next time they play New England. I know the Patriots have beaten them year after year after year after year.
Plus
The
they
two
got
Super
their
Bowls
boy
that
over
the
there,
Steelers
too.
have won in the last 12 years or whatever it is. Have both times they hadn't played the Patriots that year. I want to say this is the year, but to Greg's point earlier, it depends on how healthy Antonio Brown is. If
Yeah.
Antonio Brown is healthy and he comes out and has another 200-yard game like he was at the end of the year before he got hurt, I think Pittsburgh wins. I think
Yeah,
Pittsburgh can beat
I
New
agree.
England.
He's so dynamic.
But I'm going to be fair. We're saying pick a solid pick, so I'm going to take New England.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it sucks for the Steelers because it's every year or something with these guys.
It's
you know,
something, yeah.
every year somebody's hurt, somebody's not feeling well.
But honestly, I mean, that's everybody get the same everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just gotta make do. You know what I'm saying? It does suck for them, but everybody, I'm sure we can go ahead and say who's the major injuries for New England. I know Hugh. Is it Hogan? One of their odd name receivers.
Chris Hogan.
Hogan. Something's up with him. Something's up with Julian Edelman. Something. What? No, he was suspended. I was gonna say the Gronk. Yeah.
It's because we're so used to him being hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Who is the running back? I don't even think they have like a really
They
solid
have like
running
5
back.
running backs.
Yeah, I
They
think
have
White is
so
one.
many
Yeah,
running
they
backs.
got- it was, so we could say that for anybody else that has injuries. You know what I mean? It sucks for them. It's just next man up type deal, type of
Right.
mentality. You got to perform, and I think that's where the Steelers are head and shoulders above everybody else, because they can literally put the next man up, and the ship still run the same. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what hurts them though is it's true what you're saying. But when you have, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in football, I think Antonio Brown is the best wide receiver in football. Le'Veon Bell is the best running back in football.
Yeah.
And I think Ben is still a top 15, if not a top 10 in this league.
Okay.
And so Ben's been pretty healthy for the most part. But Bell, whether he's getting suspended or hurt,
Yeah.
your season's over as soon as he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Brown, you definitely don't want that dude getting hurt. I mean, he's half of their offense right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's next man up, but when you have the best player at his
At that
position get
caliber.
hurt, it really does hurt you as a team.
Yeah.
It's like the Patriots losing Brady.
Yeah.
You know?
But when they had Jimmy Guap over there, the ship just moved.
But it wasn't at the,
But it's not
at the
playoffs.
end. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Playoffs, you know
But
what I mean?
we haven't seen the Patriots in the situation when they have to lose Brady, their
Right.
best player.
That's what I mean. Is
Yeah.
what you were saying earlier, like Julian Edelman being hurt hurts them. Chris Hogan hurts them, but they're not Antonio Brown. They're not Le'Veon
Yeah,
Bell.
and I
So
guess-
I think it affects the Steelers more.
Yeah, of course, because that's their best player. I totally understand. However, yeah, there's no way around it. I was gonna say, don't make them your best player.
Yeah, Look, you're gonna get the second best wide receiver in football on the same team, man.
In trouble, forced out, and in! Unbelievable!
Team Bandwagon is on YouTube. Subscribe to the most winningest channel and never miss an update. You can find us on YouTube under the name Bandwagon Nation. This is Team Bandwagon. Never lose again.
I got a hypothetical. If Minnesota loses a quarterback, who's the best out of Philly and Minnesota?
Minnesota's been going with 3 quarterbacks this year, though. So it's between Keenum's still playing, right?
Yeah.
Keenum's still
Bradford
playing.
was playing really well before Keenum took his job.
Oh, I didn't remember
Bradford
that.
was playing really well.
Ooh,
And you got to remember,
Sam
Bradford and
he
Keenum, the reason they're playing
was.
well is because they're game managers.
Why did they take Bradford out?
He got hurt.
Okay.
He got hurt, and then Keenum played like 2 games, but he was playing lights out. So they were like, we're not going to put Bradford back in.
Damn. Bradford was playing good.
He was playing really well. So I'm going to go ahead and say it first. To me, the Vikings
God,
are
they
that
got
team that we
Bradford
talked
over
about earlier. They can win with a decent quarterback, and I am picking the Vikings to win the NFC.
NFC?
Yeah.
I
I think they're going to do it.
I don't know, man. I like the Rams. I really like the Rams to come out, but I think whoever makes it between the Rams and the Vikings is pretty much, I think, is coming out of there.
I think so too. And I know I've been on the Rams bandwagon all year long. I think that's going to be a good game, and I think if anybody can beat them, of course, it's the Rams. I just think between Minnesota's running game,
But-
Keenum being the game manager, and that defense, they're the best defense in football. They're scary.
In crunch time, though, the Rams haven't shown me that they got it. You know, like what was it when they were playing the Eagles?
yeah.
You know, and Wentz was hurt, and they needed to score the fourth quarter, and these dudes couldn't get.
Would
they
you
could not
would you
get a
blame
bucket.
some of that on coaching? Because some of the decision making, in my opinion, was like,
I think it was the quarterback. I think the quarterback couldn't make throws and manage that game situation.
Well, I watched that fourth quarter though too. Eagles had the ball a lot. They controlled a lot of the clock in that game.
I got you, but they still I think the Rams punted 3 times, and then
Yeah.
that last what is Scott calls it pitchy woo woo. That last play at the end when they try and pass it back, and then the Eagles intercepted
Eagles
it.
ripped it away.
Yeah, that was dumb. Bad decision. But yeah, I think whoever.
decision making.
I honestly think whoever comes out of there is going to make it. Just looking at the layout, but the Saints, I think the Saints have a good chance of upsetting the Eagles and taking the title too. So I'm kind of all over this place with the NFC.
Yeah, there's no solid like how we can pick solidly for AFC. I don't think you can do that for the NFC. It's still up in the air.
So if you had to pick one though, I put it out there. I said Vikings. If you had to pick one today,
I'll probably go with Vikings because they have Bradford.
yeah.
Like if something happens to Keenum, they still have Bradford.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball in the mix. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Yeah, that's good. So
I'm gonna go with the
Man,
Saints.
I'm kind of
Drew Brees.
shocked. I thought you were gonna pick on me for not picking the Rams, and I thought for sure you'd go with the Rams.
I thought he was gonna go Rams also.
Well, like I said, after that fourth quarter, because I was on their bandwagon until I seen these dudes can't, in high pressure moments when they need to score, they can jump ahead. That's what they do. They jump ahead on teams and they just kind of coast to the.
You got to remember too, their best receiver didn't play in that game. They didn't have Robert Woods in that game.
One player.
And against the best run defense. He's playing against the best run defense.
You're the best running back right now, arguably in football. Gurley, the way he's playing.
Yeah.
She win the MVP. You can shut him down in the last 2 minutes because it's hard to run in crunch time. And now you can't throw because the team knows what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. And then you don't have your best receiver.
I got you.
So
It's just I don't know. I don't know if I expected more from Goff or at least get down there and kick a field goal or something.
The Rams won that by field goal, right?
No, the Rams
No,
lost
the
that
Rams
game.
The Rams lost the game.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing we haven't talked about yet either is, and you guys are, I think a lot of people listening are going to laugh at first, but you have to understand how important the kicker is in football. Greg Zerlin, who led all kickers in points this year, he's out. He's on IR.
Yeah.
So the Rams don't have their kicker. They picked up some kid from Penn State.
And he hasn't played in the
walk
game yet.
on. Yeah, he's a walk on.
Yeah, so that could make things tough with how close some of these playoff games get. You can depend on your kicker in the end, and you don't have your starter.
Yeah, just look at Oklahoma with their kicker.
Hey, but yeah, kicking is important.
Yeah.
Kicking is really important. And plus, they moved it back 10 yards,
Right,
15
so now you're
yards,
looking
or
at
something like
tougher
that.
extra points, and now you've got a college kid out there who's never played professional football.
Pressure moments,
Man.
all that mess. See, then you hated on the Tostitos Bowl. He should have been out there kicking. He should have been out there kicking.
Developing that pressure
Yeah,
situation.
the pressure situations.
I wasn't hating on the Tostito Bowl. I was
the chocolate chip bowl.
I was
It
hating
one of
on the
those
Girl
bowls.
Scout cookie bowl.
Yeah, there you go. But the kickers matter.
Camping
though.
World,
Doesn't matter.
Camping World Bowl,
Camping World Bowl.
San Diego
No, it's
Credit
Closet
Union
World
Holiday Bowl.
So is it too
Poinsettia
early?
Bowl.
Is it too early to pick a Super Bowl champ?
Ooh,
Should we wait till the divisional round?
that's a good question.
I'm going with the Pats.
I gotta see who coming out. The
I'm
NFC,
going with the
man.
Pats.
I gotta see who coming out the NFC before I can say. But you know what? It seems like the Patriots is more seasoned vets than all of these NFC teams. You know what I'm saying? More ready for the moment, so to speak, than all of these NFC teams.
That's true.
So I still got to see who coming out before I make my decision.
Yeah.
But man, hey man, I can't say this. Eli beat this man twice.
We're gonna go back to that again.
Eli beat this man
He
twice.
did. He
the
did.
Big, in the
and
big
for that,
dance.
he gets a yellow jacket.
Hey, and none of these guys have.
I don't think well, some of these guys might have some yellow jackets in their future, but
Oh yeah, I think Breeze getting a jacket for sure.
Oh, definitely.
automatic.
Breeze getting a jacket for sure.
Yep.
Matty Ice getting a jacket.
I'll give Cam that jacket
give
before
it-
Matt. Yeah, I'll give Cam that jacket before.
Roethlisberger.
Oh, Big Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big. I'm
Ben-
just
Ben
looking
gets
at
the
the NFC. Big Ben getting that jacket.
Yeah.
Big Ben definitely. Hey, it's a few guys. If Bell and Ball keep going, Brown, they're getting jackets.
Definitely.
Harrison is getting a jacket.
Yeah.
So no jacket for Romo though.
Nah. Hey, you know what? He might like third, fourth round, like he'll be like you read about it, like, oh, Romo got Hall of Fame. Where you get them? He's like, oh yeah, that was back in 2018.
I think it's going to be the next Pete Rose controversy. We're
Romo.
gonna talk, how come Romo hasn't gotten in yet?
Found he was cheating.
He wasn't even cheating. He was
taking.
remember when he dropped that hold? Pete Rose bet on baseball and he got in before Romo.
Hey, I bet you Romo gets a jacket before what was the receiver, the crazy receiver dude?
T.O.
T.O.
Oh,
I bet you he
that
gets
would
a
be
jacket
horrible.
before
Hey,
T.O.
that would be horrible. But I think they'll do him I think that's how much they don't like T.O.
I
That's
think
not
so
right.
That's how
too.
much they don't like T.O.
We were talking about this
They're-
a couple weeks ago, Greg. T.O., man, that guy should have been first ballot.
Honestly,
No
though,
doubt about it.
Pete Rose should be in too. I know it's a totally different sport. Pete Rose, man, let the man in. Let the man in. Let the man in.
Have you seen that commercial with Pete Rose where it was like they were letting him into like a house or something? He's like, "Oh, you're gonna let me in?"
Oh, that's great.
He's all, "You mean I can
great.
come in?"
If he
So
can
can I
laugh
touch
at his
stuff?
stuff like that, that's dope.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
That's dope.
Actually.
Hey, but they have him in the World Series talking and all this other stuff. Don't do that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you want to keep that baseball tradition, of course, let the man in. Regardless of him betting, that man was nice.
Oh, no, absolutely. I won't argue with that.
That man was nice. O.J. Simpson, that man was nice.
He was.
That man was
Hall of
nice.
Fame.
That man was nice. But not even the OJ stuff. Let Pete in, man. Let Pete in, man. Or don't let him sit on the panel talking this World
I will
Series
agree with
and
you
stuff
there.
like that.
I think if you're going to be cut and dry about it, be cut
Yeah.
and dry about it.
Don't let
Yeah.
him do none of that.
Yeah, I agree.
You need him for baseball.
But then you're going to get into, should Barry Bonds be in? Should Mark McGuire be in? You know, should...
It's a whole
That's
other
a
rabbit
little
hole.
bit. That's a little bit different.
No, I agree, but I think it's a slippery slope.
It is. I got you.
You know,
And
if
the
you
Barry
allow people-
Bonds, we
then they're gonna
ain't
say,
caught him red-handed.
So what? He was on steroids. He still said 73 home runs. So you know that's my issue. With
I got you. We ain't caught him red-handed though. His head got bigger, but we ain't caught him red-handed.
All right, fellas.
And-
sorry. I'm sorry,
No,
man.
sorry.
We
That's
could
a
go.
good conversation.
We
We can,
could
for
go
days.
on
We can.
for a long time. Just to wrap up this episode. You know, the first episode of the year, with all this football talk. Greg, give us your Super Bowl champ prediction, man. You can't,
All right.
you can't skirt around it, bro.
Yeah, forcing me to do it. I'll say
Gots to, man.
New England and Minnesota.
No.
Who wins it?
Oh,
the
who's
chip?
winning it?
Who's
Oh,
walking away with the champ? With
Oh.
the champ belt.
Well, it's hard for me to say because I don't know coming out the NFC, man. I can't really.
Come on, man. You got to.
I want the NFC to take it, but I can't really name. I'll say, Minnesota.
Minnesota?
That's
I'm gonna
like
say Minnesota.
You say Minnesota
I'm gonna
too?
I'm gonna go with the underdog.
That's like the $5 high low.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna take Minnesota, even though like the part of me is like, you're really picking against New England. But
Seriously, right? But it's like,
I think that's our 15 years of mindset telling us to say that. We've watched New England beat so many teams.
so many teams. Yeah, Minnesota, man.
Minnesota. When was the last time Minnesota won the NFL championship?
Yeah, they've never won a Super Bowl.
Never.
No?
Nope.
That should be the Green. They're in the Green Bay position.
Minnesota,
right?
no Super Bowls.
Oh, because they won
Philadelphia,
before.
no Super Bowls.
They
the
moved,
Rams, no Super Bowls.
They moved before.
Rams have one. Excuse
The
me.
Rams, yeah,
Rams
80,
have one.
86.
Oh, so they have
Oh,
two.
no.
So they have
Kurt
two.
Warner, yeah. I'm thinking of Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
But they didn't win the Super Bowl
Oh,
with
they
Eric
didn't win it
Dickerson.
that year. So they do have one. Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk won it.
Yeah, the greatest show on turf.
99.
The Rams won a NFL championship in 1969.
Okay.
But that was before the league merged with the AFL.
So we can say the Browns because the Browns won a whole bunch of those things too before the NFL. I mean, if we're gonna go that route,
Yeah. So we'll say 1969 because that's the year that they won. So
Yeah.
what is that, like 40
Almost 50 years ago.
we talking about the Vikings?
Vikings.
They won what?
1969, they won the NFL championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Never Lose Again podcast. We have Greg in the studio. In case you missed it, he missed it too. So
They used to
the
know, but they didn't
Vikings.
win nothing in my opinion. They won what in 1969?
They won an NFL championship.
Oh,
This is
okay.
before they
the
merged.
Purple People Eaters. That's right. They had defense. Okay, all right. Okay. I was about to say they did win one. They was cool.
But they did play in a few Super Bowls. They
This
played
was
at
after
1,
the
2, 3,
Steelers
4.
was real hot. The steel curtain and all that stuff.
But you
Yeah,
know what's
they
crazy?
played in
Like,
4
I just did
Super
this in my
Bowls.
head. Between the Patriots and Steelers, you're talking about 11 Super Bowls. And in the NFC, I think you're talking about like 2 right now. That's crazy.
Wait a minute. You talking about consecutively?
No. I'm just saying total. The Patriots have 5. The Steelers have 6. And so you're talking about 11 Super Bowls between the two of them.
Out of those two, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's,
And in the NFC teams that are in it right now, off the top of my head, I think we're talking about 2
that have Super Bowls.
Super Bowls. The
Yeah,
Rams have
Saints.
one.
And
the
in the
Saints have
NFC teams. Oh yeah, you're right.
That's it. The Rams and the Saints.
When did the Rams win a Super Bowl?
2000 or 99. The
Yeah.
year they beat the Titans.
Oh, okay. That was the year that they had what is that?
Greatest show on turf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Atlanta just recently banned, and Carolina recently banned. There
Atlanta's lost 2. Carolina's lost 2.
you go. Yep.
Philadelphia
Dale
has
Holmes.
lost a bunch of them. And who's another? Minnesota.
Minnesota.
has lost a few. So
So there you had. And then who did you pick?
Minnesota.
Out the NFC.
Minnesota's my.
Oh, to win the whole
I think
thing.
they're
What-
gonna win it
The
all.
whole shebang.
What's your pick, Molly?
The Pats, man.
See,
Patriots.
you
Oh, this is the bandwagon show,
This is
right?
the bandwagon
my
show,
bad,
man.
My bad. I forgot what it was. Ladies and gentlemen, I missed it.
Hey, it's the Patriots until it's not the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, because you was a Clipper fan too, weren't you?
Man,
I think he was talking
on,
about some
bro.
clip
No,
chips.
he's a
No,
Warrior fan.
man.
Now he's a Warrior man.
Oh my
I
gosh.
see that Curry jersey.
Terrible, man. Lakers till I die, man.
Oh,
Lakers till I
okay,
die.
okay. I could have. I seen you with a.
Lakers till I die, man.
That's what I was laughing
Purple
about.
and
I
gold.
wrote something on
DeAndre
Twitter,
Jordan
and I
jersey.
go, man, I found some Clipper jerseys out in the street, and there's some guys from Warrior jerseys walking away wearing them.
Dusting it
It
off.
It was a mugging. That's what happened.
Oh man, it was a Kevin Durant jersey at that. Brand new.
Isn't it funny though? Like all the Laker fans went to being Clipper fans, and then all of a sudden they all went to being Warrior fans. How
Yeah.
fast people change.
Yeah, how fast they change.
Yep. Because
But
that's how it
you-
was with the Seahawks. Everybody jumped on the Seahawks bandwagon,
Yep.
and then everybody abandoned that to jump on the Rams bandwagon.
It was Miami too. Miami
Heat.
Yeah,
I call those
when
cats out though,
when-
because I'm like,
when LeBron went to Miami, I never seen so many Miami. I didn't know Miami like had a team until LeBron went over there. No, I'm just playing. But they was out there thick. I was like,
that's
wow.
that's how I picked on Clipper fans though. They come and be, oh, Clippers beat the Lakers again. I'm like, name 3 players besides Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
Chris Paul not even there.
I'm talking about when they were like dominant.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they were playing really well.
No, that's when you tell them to like name 3 games they won. Name down. Tell me other
Besides
teams
the
that they beat.
Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tell me
exactly.
other teams.
tell me the scores.
Yeah, what was the score?
Name 1 Hall of Famer from the Clippers.
What's the coach's name? You can tell me the coach's name. I'll give you some credit.
Oh man. Well, this is Team Bandwagon Never Lose Again podcast.
Yeah.
First episode of 2018. We got more content. We got more stuff coming your way. Thank you, Greg, Scott.
Word up.
Gregory.
Can I give out my handles for my social media? Is that cool? Can
got
I do
it,
that,
man.
Man, Change365. Please get at me. Tweet me. Instagram me. All that good stuff. I get back. I talk back. And hopefully I'll be back.
I think this went pretty good. I vote. You get my vote to wear
Jeez,
a yellow jacket.
please,
here
man. I
at
get a
the-
yellow
at the-
jacket. All right, baby. One I didn't pay for. All right, that's what's up. I'll take that.
Hey, Greg. The listeners don't know, but you're in a band, right?
Oh yeah. I'm in a band, man.
You in a band?
Yeah.
You want to promote the band?
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't know I was coming here for that.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
we promoting.
Oh yeah, may as
Band-
well, right?
Jump on Greg's bandwagon. Oh, jump on his bandwagon. Get it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, get it.
Yeah, man. Ilcom Music. That's the handle. So get at us on that. Alternative hip hop, alternative rock, whatever you want to call it. It's thinking music. And catch us on all those platforms like SoundCloud. Oh, actually, EP dropping soon. I'll tell you that.
EP's coming?
EP's coming. We're gonna have a release. We're gonna have all that good stuff.
You got any shows coming?
No,
No shows.
but yeah, when
Gotcha.
the EP drops, that's when we're gonna do our first show for the year.
That's what's
but
up.
no shows coming. When we do the release,
Gotcha.
that's when it's gonna happen.
Ilcom Music, guys. Get
Yes.
at Greg, Scott.
Here we go.
His wife calling. Just on time, too. Is that Change365? Get at him on social media. You know where to find Team Bandwagon. It was in the commercials. And yeah, this is Jamal Brown, Nicholas Garcia.
See you later, Bandwagon. Happy New Year.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Word up. Happy New Year.